Welcome back to school 2019. Excited to have you all back with us this fall. The outcomes of this video are to provide you with an overview of the school year and workshop week and to provide school and district updates. I hope that you've had a wonderful summer and are ready to come back and greet each other and all of the students that will be here at Meadowvale this fall. Our school district mission in ISD 728 is to educate, inspire, and empower our diverse learners to shape their futures, accomplish their dreams, and to contribute positively to our local and global communities. As you know, we've been working from our strategic plan, which began in 2018 and will continue until 2023. Our two strategic plan strategies include in cultivating an innovative environment where all members of our community support a culture that's committed to embracing exceptional opportunities for all learners, and also working to ensure equitable opportunities and access to programs and facilities so that all learners can achieve our mission, core values, and learner outcomes. So our work in these next several years will be all around those two strategic plan strategies. And so part of our job is to make sure that you are staying informed. And you can stay informed by making sure that you read your emails completely. I know we get so many emails, but we really do communicate so much through technology that it's important that you read those emails very carefully, as well as review staff meeting notes and sharing committee notes and other information with your colleagues. Review staff resources. For those of you that are new, we have all of the information about Meadowvale in our Schoology course entitled 2019-2020 Meadowvale Staff. In there, you're going to find the weekly updates and the staff calendar. We'll review how to set those weekly updates so that you can get them in emails. And we'll also review how to use our staff calendar, because we will no longer be putting out a bulletin because it basically took a lot of extra time in the office and gave you information that you already had in several other sources. So not wanting to duplicate our work, we're going to look at a different format this year, having you get all of the information you need through Schoology in weekly updates and the staff calendar. And there also are many monthly and year-long resources within Schoology. And to help keep you informed, which has been one of the things you've asked of me as your building principal, my job is to really help and make that connection or bridge between the district and our school. And one of the ways I can do that is share with you, and you'll be getting information around a variety of topics that you see listed here. We'll talk a little bit about on-demand professional development, of which you've already received some emails and probably have been working towards your hours. We'll have more information coming up on the Teacher Development and Evaluation Plan, or as we call it, the TDE. We also have great new and exciting information around e-learning days, with so many days, snow days or weather days last year. It'll be fun to be able to have e-learning days in place. We'll also continue to work with ALICE, the Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate crisis prevention or crisis response program that we use here in the district, and also an opportunity to work through some crisis situations. You'll have some information about mandated reporting, bullying reporting forms. We'll also send out our non-food birthday treat letter that will go out that first week of school to families, encouraging them to do other birthday treats outside of those food ones that we sometimes get. We'll continue to work with learning goals and scales through iObservation, and more to come about that. And of course, our PLC one-stop shop. So be watching for all of those pieces of information to come out shortly. Also wanting to share new building information with you. We will continue to have ADSIS as an intervention program in our building, and we did apply for and received both Minnesota Reading and Math Corps. The most challenging part has been finding tutors. At this time, we do not have a math tutor, and our Reading Corps tutor, Latasia, has decided to work very part-time, and so she will be here a short amount of hours, but they are searching for additional support for us for Reading Corps, so we'll hope that they find someone. We also have new teaching staff members, and I've sent out emails welcoming all of them, but just to remind you, Rebecca Beyer was hired as our half-time Fourth grade halftime ADSYS teachers. Michelle Klimstra is here part-time as a FIED teacher and also up at Westwood Elementary. Grace Lunzer is a music teacher who was split between Otsego and Meadowvale. Carrie Jacobson is a school social worker that will be working at multiple buildings. Her job is going to be very challenging this year, working between Parker, Meadowvale, and Westwood and Zimmerman Elementary. And then we have Jordan Putz, who's here as our mental health therapist who will be in our building full time. So we're excited to have all of those new staff with us and look forward to meeting and getting to know them. More building information. I will be sending out an email, but just to let you know, Josh Leno, our head night custodian, has resigned and will be moving on to new and different things. His last day in our building will be Friday, August 23rd, and so we wish Josh well. We know we'll have other new support staff, especially possibly in terms of assistance, and one of those that we're aware of at this time is Gaina Brewer-Turnus. Gaina will come to us from Hassan Elementary and work in our alternate supervision room. A few updates and things that have been going on. Our gymnasium and FIED office have been painted, so that's exciting and fresh. We'll be getting new skylights in our building in a couple coming weeks here, and hopefully before school starts. And then we're having some updates and going from 2 lounges down to 1. So having the 1 lounge across from the workroom, which is being updated. And then we will be turning the other lounge, which used to be called the upper lounge, into a space where our assistants or even teachers can use for some small group work. So when we struggle to find spots for students to go during that win time, hopefully having one more space will help. So we're working on putting chairs and tables and making it fresh and new in there as well. With that, we've got lots of things that we ask you to do as teachers to participate, and you have lots of responsibilities within our building. But one of those are our building committees, and I believe everyone has chosen the committee that they're going to be on. But we have 4 committees within our building, which for the most part works for the majority of our grade levels who have 4 staff. Each staff member chooses one to participate in. We have our Positive Behavior Intervention and Supports, or our PBIS committee, our Anchor team, which was formerly our building leadership team, and they'll share more about their name and what their role is during workshop week, our Technology committee, and then our Events committee, which will be starting up for the first time. So we'll grow and learn together as we work through some of these changes and adjustments. One of the things I learned last year is I made an assumption that teachers who were on committees were reporting back to their colleagues. And I guess I was wrong about that, and so I apologize if there was some miscommunication there. But it is essential that whomever is on each of these committees takes the information back to the rest of their team. It is their responsibility to ensure that their team has the information. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, there's going to be lots of holes and gaps, and people aren't going to be getting information, and some will know it and some won't. So it's important, if you're on the technology committee, that after that committee meets, that somehow your team figures out when you're going to get together and meet so that person can share what it is that was talked about or learned at that committee meeting. So important that we are sharing information with each other. Other participation and responsibilities, we'll continue to have bus and hall duties, as well as we've got to clean up our lounge and keep our spaces looking nice. There will be a schedule coming in the Schoology Building Resources folder. So take a look there in the coming weeks and you'll see where your duties lie. Staff treats. In the past, we've done some payday treats. I'm just kind of leaving that as more to come because our events committee might have some ideas about how they'd like to do things differently. So we'll wait to hear from them. And then on the Google Staff calendar, you will see the building meetings for the year. So we will have our student support team, or our SST team, and child study on Mondays, staff meetings this year on Tuesdays, PLC meetings every Wednesday, committee meetings on Friday. We won't have a staff meeting every Tuesday, but starting out the year, we'll have quite a few staff meetings, and then probably moving more towards every other week as we have in the past. Making the change to the days to accommodate some itinerant staff who work on some of our committees. Also then, just some reminders to all of us that it's important that we as teachers are taking our students to and from specialist recess and lunch. and making sure that we're on time and respecting others' prep and lunch so they can get where they need to be. We also need to be on time. It's essential that you keep parents informed about student progress and behaviors. We do not want parents finding out at conferences that their child has been struggling since the first day of school. Make sure that you are informing them if you have concerns about behavior, if you have concerns about academics, and doing that early so we can partner with parents. Please make sure to respond to parent emails, phone calls, and notes within preferably 24, but if need to be 48 hours. If you know you're going to be gone for an extensive period of time, it's good to set your vacation settings on your email so that parents are aware that you're out. We'll also be having opportunities where you need to review the student handbook and district policies. And then it's so important all year long that we are actively supervising, especially in those unstructured areas, to make sure that we're proactively supporting our positive behavior intervention and supports. Safety, a couple of quick reminders here. Please make sure to keep the outside doors and windows closed, both for safety and for the airflow issues in the building. So there's no propping of doors, there's no opening of windows. Those things do affect our air quality system within the building. And also we want to make sure that all of our visitors are going through door 1 in the proper channels. And then you also as staff need to enter through door 1 outside of those school hours. So outside of the time when those custodians would be here. Please make sure that we require individuals to sign in and have a badge. So if you see someone in our building who does not have an ISD 728 or a visitor's badge, please make sure you stop them. You don't have to be rude, but just making sure to stop them so that we keep each other safe. We'll also be having our regular drills that we have each year. Note that we'll have a fire drill within the first week, and we'll start doing some work around ALICE, both through the blended learning approach as well as during other things around week 1. Our building focus continues to be around 3 main areas, PBIS, PLC, and RTI. And just within that, knowing that we are in our 6th year of implementation with PBIS, and kudos to everyone in this building. We are an exemplar school, and we should be very proud of that. We're in our 5th year of implementing PLCs, and we're still learning and growing, of course, and we're looking at things with a new lens now that everyone has received the same training. That's exciting as well. And that will also piggyback upon our multi-tiered systems of support, our 4th year of working through that, and using technology to support all of the things that we are doing here at Meadowvale. It's exciting to continue to be a part of Meadowvale and to work as your principal side by side with you. And I look back at this each year. When I first came, we talked about how we were not always seeing everything. We felt we were not sure where we were going. We were not sure of the outline. And I continue to think about the Mustang. And as we continue to work together to really see those dots much more clearly and really start connecting them. I'm so proud and honored to work with you, and I'm excited about all this year has to offer as we continue to link those dots together and in the end have great student achievement and progress for all of our students in the building. Back to school schedule, I sent that out earlier. I will be sending you an updated version. There's just been a couple tweaks and changes within here. Still keeping the majority of your work time on Monday and Wednesday before open house, as well as on that Friday afternoon. But a couple of tweaks that the anchor team did when they met in order to, we believe, best serve our building needs. And then the reminder of the to-do list, the things that you need to do in Schoology, and some of them will be in Schoology as well. Make sure you've got your room ready for open house. And then your classroom daily schedule, your materials for the sub, and your classroom expectations, giving you to the end of the workday on Tuesday, September 3rd. So some of you I know like to work on a few of those things over the holiday weekend. And so if you like to get them done right away, go ahead and do that. If you like to wait a little bit, you have until the end of the workday on September 3rd. Together, again, we can make this a great school year. Again, like I said before, I'm so honored to be here and look forward to working with you. And at this, I just appreciated this little quote and reminder. There's no elevator to success. We've got to take the stairs. And so sometimes that means we're coming back down the stairs and going back up, or sometimes we're on one of those levels in between and kind of pausing a little bit before we take the next group of stairs. But that's all right, because we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to the top together. Thank you and have a great school year.